wakes up one day and is like, oh my God, I'm in love with her.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the most like prominent questions that we get in the podcast is just like, can I turn my friend into a relationship or can I turn my situationship into a relationship?
This is not a test.
So it's not just the pod.
We always do. I mean, I guess I do like stand up. We always do a couple recordings.
It's still a little
Low, yeah.
no, it's still a little like can it
Where do you
be
guys
like no, I just want this to be
in LA.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. We used to live here.
Okay, yeah.
So we lived here when we started
that's
our
good.
show and
Mhm.
our podcast, and then we moved to LA January 2023.
God,
So
okay,
we've been
because I
there, like,
remember
a
when you
little
were
over
here.
a year.
'Cause
Yeah.
I was running a show at the stand. I would see you.
Oh,
So
yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
doing it tonight.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh-huh.
your show?
Yeah.
I remember
They
your
let
show.
me bring it back.
Oh my God.
So do you do it in LA?
So I do a show in LA with
Uh-huh.
a different male co-host at the Hollywood Improv.
Okay.
So kind of like same format, like where we just, we get up and riff and then we have like 3 comics. So basically, the guy I co-host with in LA, his name's Andrew Collin. He used to kind of do a show with the same type I did at the stand with Hannah Berner at the stand. So we both kind of just like moved to LA and started.
Mm.
And we
And where do you do stand up like in LA a lot?
Yeah, I mean, I took a little bit of a break when we had our tour. I just like couldn't juggle it all, and I've picked back up like a few months ago. So I'm mostly at the Improv.
Okay. How is it?
It's
I never did stand up.
good. It's honestly like it's hot and cold. It's like some nights are fun, and
Uh-huh.
we're like that was so great, and other nights you're like I hate this city. I just want to go back and like do New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
You need checks or no? T? Do you need checks and stuff or? Okay, cool. No, I wasn't really into. I went to LA and like did nothing. I'd probably like it better now that I'm doing the pod and stand up. But
Yeah.
back then I was just like, let's throw a house party.
LA was more shut down than New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
LA was
come back.
Low key.
It
Yeah.
was really bad. And it took the longest to come back. Like we went to LA and we were like living free in New York. We had been for months. LA was still weird, like shut down stuff. People were super cagey about it. But
Yeah.
I will say in LA, I find crowd work to be so easy. Everybody just wants to be involved. Like
Mm.
The clips.
it's like
Everyone's doing
they're
clips.
used to like Matt Rife. Like they just are like want to be part of it. And I find it not that I love doing crowd work, but it's like this could not be easier. You're like,
Yeah.
you guys laughed at that's
You're like, what do you do for work? They're like,
yeah.
good one.
Where'd you
You're like,
guys-
are you guys they're like, ah! Like they just want to be part of the show.
Here
yeah,
they're
I
like, stop
like
talking to me.
Yeah. But then LA is so funny because you're on shows with like huge movie stars.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I just did a show with Kumail Nanjiani,
Yeah, 1, 2, check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
He does stand up?
Yeah.
Wait, who's that? Sorry.
The Jack guy?
Yeah, Kumail. You're like, he's
Before he did steroids?
Who is he in?
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Oh right. Yeah, he did. He was on Silicon Valley, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, I find these nights where I'm like, I can't believe the lineups I'm on because you're like, these are crazy.
Oh,
famous.
everyone's like big on the line.
They're like legitimate.
It's
yeah.
great. Like here, like you won't know who anyone.
Yeah, for
Well, they're
sure.
amazing.
I mean, no,
comedians,
they're
but
amazing here.
Yeah.
They're probably
LA is
they're
just like
better.
movie
But it's
stars.
like there, it's
Okay.
like they, yeah.
You're like, why am I on a show with Dane Cook?
Yeah.
So weird. You
Which
know?
is interesting because like from a selfish point of view of learning comedy, like I wonder if like because for me it's like I'm starting out, I'm doing the basement shows, trying to, I can't picture, even though they are comedians and have done comedy, like they've become so famous in other places. Are they just jumping up at the Comedy Store and just killing? You know what I'm saying? Because or is it just that LA just loves famous people so much that
I just
that's
think
why
that-
they kill? You know what I mean?
Well, I think
Right.
the natural
Who's to
progression in
say?
LA is to become a movie star and to be in movies.
Right, but then you
you're-
lose touch with the comedy, I'm saying.
Right.
And how are they?
I think it's both. I think you see it all.
Because they're not doing open mics.
Yeah.
Kamal,
Yeah.
what's his name?
Kumail Nanjiani.
Nanjiani's not doing
Guadagnino?
open mics. So like after he
no.
just did Marvel for a couple years and wants to jump on stage.
Are they good?
Right.
Is he
didn't
good?
even-
That's what I'm
That's a
saying,
great
you
call.
know?
I actually didn't see his set that night, but I would want to know. Yeah, like what's this comedy?
Or maybe he
sound
doesn't
like?
need to be. Maybe he's just
No.
People want to
People are just
see.
ready to laugh.
Yeah.
They want to see.
Do you feel like they're
famous
only ready to
people.
laugh like those first 2 minutes and then they're like, all right, this kind of
I
sucks?
just think when people get like super famous like that, you are more ready to laugh.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I went to Tom Segura's show the other night and the opener, she was so funny, so edgy, so wild. And I feel like she didn't get these like laughs. And I was like, if she was really famous, people
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
just
Like-
all ears, so into it.
Like Dave
fucking
Chappelle
comedy,
could
my
sit on
jokes are
stage
good.
and take it. Like Dave Chappelle could sit
I'm working
on stage
hard.
and take a and
No,
we're like,
that's
"Oh."
true.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen it. But, anyway, so guys, we're here with Girls Gotta Eat podcast. Ashley and Rayna. I just did their podcast, which was super fun. I heard a lot about you guys because we have a couple friends in common.
Yeah.
Homeless pimp, which I didn't know. What are you laughing at?
Nothing. I just
I
think
thought when he said I learned a
oh.
lot about you guys, I thought he meant like on the podcast. So it's
Yeah.
like what porn categories we
we
like.
like. But I also just I find it so funny that it's just that's his name. No, does anyone know his real name?
Homeless Pimp?
I
It's Mike.
We do. It's like everybody calls
yeah.
him. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but you guys have a successful podcast that you started in New York, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I thought it was about food because it was Girls Gotta Eat, but it's really about eating pussy.
Yeah.
It is. It's
Eating
all
cum
lesbians. Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Swallowing cum.
Eating cum.
Why?
Yeah.
How did you get that name?
Ashley came up with it. I was a food blogger for years.
See?
Okay.
So I
yeah.
did have like a very large food Instagram account. I was like one of the biggest in the country.
Oh
and
shit!
so I would like travel. I mean, that was my full-time income. When I met Ashley, I met her on an influencer trip and I was doing food full time. So she did have the idea to like incorporate food into it.
Yes. But like the saying is just kind of open to interpretation with
Yeah.
like a girl's got to get hers or like, a girl's got to go on a date for a free meal or whatever. But now I feel like the word eat has become into a total different world.
Yeah.
Of like
Yeah.
she ate, no crumbs, all that
Mhm,
stuff. So
yeah.
I feel like the name of our podcast is even
Yeah.
better today. But yes, early on I was like, and then we'll like incorporate food into it. And like day one, we're like, no, we're talking about
Come.
Second day.
Yeah.
our show is a lot
For
more than
you, it
that,
would be
but-
eat pussy.
Yeah. Eat pussy.
Yeah.
Girls gotta
She-
eat pussy.
I like vagina.
Yeah. She's bisexual.
Yeah.
So wait, when you were doing food, you were like on Instagram?
I was on Instagram.
Were you like, today I checked out the meatballs at blah, blah, blah.
So I
and
started-
it's all good. You should also get the cacio pepe. Like that.
You didn't talk too much, did you?
Well, I was before Instagram story. So it was like when I had Instagram, I had the Instagram account for years before Instagram stories came about. So
Yeah.
I actually had just gone through a really bad breakup and I went to culinary school because I was like, I have nothing to do on the weekends. So like I
Fair.
don't know what to do. So I'll go to culinary school. And then I started posting that and that stuff really took off and I had all this free time and I was going to all these like restaurants. I have a huge background in food and restaurants. I worked for Danny Meyer for years.
Wow.
So I was just posting it and people really liked it. And I really do understand food and have a point of view. And so I was posting a lot of that, but I didn't really post a single photo of myself for like 3 years into the account.
So it was just
Wow.
all the food.
No, 3 years. That's
Were you
not true.
cooking?
A year and a half?
We're just going out.
No, it was all food after. It was all going to restaurants after
Okay.
like the culinary school stuff.
Mm.
And then I got invited on this press trip at the Marriott in Aruba and Ashley was there. And it was almost 7 years
Okay,
ago.
so I used to have this account. If it's still around, you can look at it. It's the work is nice. Called Bros Being Basic, and I started in 2014, and it was like, what if men did all the stuff that women do? Like, basic came out as a word in 2014. It was like the thing, like
Mhm.
basic Uggs and pumpkin spice lattes.
Yeah.
And whatever.
Mhm.
So I basically had men parody it, and the account took off, and it had almost like 1 million followers. And that's why I was like an influencer. I was never on that account. I was just running it and posting it and
Oh.
coming up with memes. But I remember when Jersey Shore Family Vacation started, I did huge promo for it.
Uh-huh.
Like they sent me gifts of like you and like I was got this huge check from MTV to promote the show
Right.
because it started in
So like you put us doing basic things or something?
there's some like on there when it was just like I remember I looked the other day because we were going to record with you and I swear it's you and Pauly on the couch. They sent me all the images and I got to meme them myself.
Yeah,
and then MTV approved them and everything. And it was something like when your friend who died the night before, comes into the room and it's you guys being like
yeah.
looking. But it was funny. I have this like I got paid off the show too, basically.
Mhm.
I did some
Nice.
promo for it.
Yeah.
So you're on the account, even
It's
though
crazy. I mean, that's the world we live in now, right?
Yeah.
It's like sending money to meme pages and as
Yeah.
opposed to like a billboard in Times
Right.
Square or something
No
like
one
that.
cares about that.
But that was a long time ago, but that's defunct. But we were both, that's how we became together as like this influencer.
And you guys
trip.
were like, we should start like a podcast kind of thing.
It was Ashley's idea and she pitched me on it. And I met her and I was like, when we come back to New York, like, are we really going to be friends? I just was like, I think I made a new friend.
Yeah.
and
Girls do that, right?
We make
Become
friends.
friends?
They become friends without ever meeting each other.
Oh,
We
yeah.
met. We met
I
on
know
this
this
trip.
girl. I met this girl. She's like, I have a best friend. I talk to her every day. She's like, I met her once.
Like,
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
DMs?
I had a friend for 3
Yeah.
years I hadn't met, and then we're still
Wait,
best
how
friends.
did you meet though? In the DMs?
We had a mutual. My ex was her friend, and we would just DM and talk and on the phone. We hadn't met for 3 years, and we
Yeah.
finally
You
met.
never met in person.
And she's like my best friend. I would
Wait,
give her-
really?
Yeah.
Guys would never.
No.
Never.
Can you
That's weird. Hey, bro. Had a rough day today, man.
I would give her like both my kidneys too. Like I would like
That's 'cause
die
you
for
never
her.
met her. If you
no,
met her,
well
you
now I
probably
have,
hate-
and I
you-
slept with her, and it was great.
See,
But now we're best.
that's a lesbian thing.
Do you guys still hook up?
No, she's a serious girlfriend, but she's so beautiful and
Okay.
stunning.
She sounds like the one that got away.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I was in love. No.
Oh,
Yeah, but
no,
if you
this
ever,
is
if these
hard.
girls ever met the person, it's probably like the illusion. It's like talking to like a
90 Day Fiance.
catfish. Yeah.
Well, you know when you
90 Day
text a guy and you're like, he's kind of ugly, but you just like the banter. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's kind of like you
Yeah.
can assign a face to the person you're texting just because you're like, oh,
They live in your phone.
you know what I'm talking about?
I catch myself
Yeah.
doing that when I'm in like a situationship
Yeah.
or something. I'm like, you're talking to this person a little bit too much
Yeah.
now because you just want to have like the banter with
Yeah.
I
someone.
fall into that with people that like I don't want to date you, but like I'm so entertaining and funny and
Yeah.
my banter is so good, and I'll just text
Yeah.
you all day long, and then I'm like,
Right.
do I even like you?
Yeah.
But you live,
Are we together or
right?
not?
But you live in my phone, and you're like, ha 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 ha. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm so funny.
I need someone to
The-
share this meme with.
The way Rayna gets into these situations, there was a guy that the Friday night, she's like, I don't know how I'm feeling about it. Then yesterday, she's like, he's gonna fly to see me in LA next week. I'm like, how did this happen?
Oh, I think about the other guy I met on Sunday.
I don't know.
I met
Rayna,
this
you're on
Brazilian
one.
guy. Yeah, I am. I'm just feeling inspired. I
Yeah.
had like quite a dry spell.
So you're single. You're
why are
not
you
single.
laughing?
I'm not. No.
Okay. But when you started it, were you single?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, it's
I
funny
was-
that you said it like that. Actually, it's like I feel like we're on what's
Gayle
that show?
King.
Gayle King. We're on that live television in the morning, and she goes, "So Ashley, you have a boyfriend, and Rayna, you don't."
Yeah.
And she's so wonderful, and she didn't mean it like that, but
Well,
the way she phrased the question was
And
very
she's
funny.
single right now,
Well-
so she was really interested in like my journey. You know, she's
Yeah.
like, is his dad single? You know, whatever. But
Right.
no,
His
I was
dad.
single the whole. I mean, dating a ton, obviously, but not a relationship until 1 year ago. Monday is our anniversary of a year.
Wow.
So for 5 years of the podcast, I was like, all I want to do is be a single icon and
Yeah.
like live my
Mm.
best life.
Yeah.
And it happened. But
So there's
it was
hope
like,
for us out there.
That's-
Yeah.
Okay, we-
How'd you meet him?
Someone can find somebody.
I met him at one of our live shows.
Okay.
But like
Creep.
years ago.
We
Yeah,
meet a lot
he's
of guys
fan.
in
He's
our
a
life.
fan.
Fanboy.
No, but it's not creepy if you're hot. That's what we
That's true. That is so true.
No.
If you're hot, you can touch me. Okay. Wait, what?
No, because
Are
that
you-
goes into
Oh, my video.
yeah.
What video?
We'll go back to
Yeah,
that.
we'll
Alright.
go back to that.
So he came to a show. This was years ago, and then he got a crush on me, and
Yeah.
we DM'd for years, like very sporadically. And then I went back. We went back to. He lives in Boston. I went back to Boston in May of last year, and I was just like horny. Like I was just like wonder what's up with that guy that had a crush on me.
Yeah.
You know. And so I just DM'd him. You know, he'd probably DM me on a month
You got to
prior.
explore the local talent.
Well, I
mean,
was
when-
just like, we're big on like
Sound out a
people that might already
story.
be in your world.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, like we're not big fans of like strangers on apps. You know,
Yeah.
like sometimes you got to think of like what about that one guy that was
Yeah.
hot that liked me.
Mhm.
So just fired a DM off like, hey, are you coming to the show? And
Is he
was
an influencer?
no.
Oh, okay,
He
good.
doesn't- he's not in this world at all.
Good, good.
And he, came and met us afterwards, and we've just been together ever since.
so is it
Wow.
long distance?
It is, yeah.
Oh,
I know you were saying you're not into doing
Boston,
it.
LA.
Boston, LA.
I'm from Boston.
You are?
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
love Boston.
Oh, really?
Oh my god, we are obsessed with performing there.
It's our
We meet
favorite comedy
Boston
city.
girlies. We love them.
Oh wait, I'm a
Wow.
Boston.
Have I ever
girly.
fucked in Boston? I haven't.
So what's
well, there's
the
our videographer.
I've
I'm
never
like,
fucked in Boston.
okay.
Yeah.
same?
He really? That makes
Yeah.
sense. He would not like a Boston girl.
Wait, really? I feel like why? I feel like you need somebody to match your like statin energy, and I feel like that's Boston.
It's true.
Well, I do like the Latinas in Boston. There's like Portuguese girls there, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that. But like, yeah, I have a type. Yeah.
Okay, what's the type?
They're, they're
We
like
should ask this on our show.
they're like ethnic kind of like
Okay.
I like people from outside cultures like
Ashley and I are too white for you. is what
Non-white.
you're saying.
yeah
Got it.
y'all are
Okay.
white as fuck.
Well, I me either. I mean, a white person, that's so embarrassing. Like when like my boyfriend's Indian, but I like
there you go, exactly.
Right
We need a
or-
little spice.
Hey.
Right
I
said this like
curry.
I've dated plenty of white people. I've dated all kinds
No,
of people.
Ashley was like, "Can you imagine if I dated a white guy?"
No, what I said was this girl, like I saw her hard launch her plain white boyfriend, you know,
Yeah,
Patagonia
yeah.
vest, finance
Khakis.
bro.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, can you imagine?
Yeah, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, just hard launching a white
yeah.
dude?
Yeah.
The
I get it.
horror.
An average white dude?
No, I don't like it.
I'm
looking
still
for a
holding it
guy
down.
in fi
I'm holding
now.
it down for the whites.
I'm looking for a guy in
Why?
I mean, I do like a white guy. I'm not gonna lie.
I've dated plenty. Yeah, it's not that. It's just,
but it, you know, not
Yeah.
like a preference.
Yeah,
Just
I
for
don't
the
have a I
record.
mean, I'm like, there's an Indian guy I've been very into for quite some time.
Yeah.
What are you guys an Indian man?
I mean, we're just big into,
They're
although we have a lot
they're
of
in
Indian
Boston.
friends.
It's red.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
gingers and Indians.
There's a lot of Indian guys.
I like gingers too a lot. I tripped into a ditch the other day. I was walking down the street and this guy
I
was
tripped
so,
in this ginger's dick. I thought you were going
Yeah.
to say that.
I said ditch, you guys. I just have a lisp. I was walking down the street and I saw this guy and he was like really tall and hot and like he had just come from like a run, like he was sweaty and a dog and he was a ginger and I was like, that guy's so hot. And I was like trying to eye fuck him and I stepped into a ditch and fell like a deep one as I was walking. And then you just,
If that was
there's no
Boston, he would
recovery.
have saved you.
In
Because he would have
Boston?
been like a EMT worker or something.
In
Yeah.
LA, they're like, oh my God, your energy
In LA, I
just
don't know
feels
what
really low right
the
now.
ginger
In LA,
in
would
LA.
a guy like help you with your bag?
I can't.
In
see it
LA?
happening.
Yeah.
I'm more likely to help them with their
Yeah, yeah,
bags.
yeah.
They're like, I'm just protecting my peace right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
I can't really.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, I can't.
Wait,
steer
wait.
here.
So what's the long distance schedule? Because I'm trying to figure this out for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm open to. I've been in every relationship I've been in has been long distance, and I did not want it now because I've been in them before. But I'm not having a lot of luck locally. There's a lot of great women I meet outside, like in Miami and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But it's hard to like nail down the schedule. So
I know, I
doing
mean,
it for a year. My therapist told me that the relationship doesn't actually ever really start until you live in the same place.
I do have a theory.
Oh,
most of
wow.
my
Yikes.
relationships have been long distance for the last like 6 years. Like
Yeah.
the majority
I've
of
always
people I've
been long
dated, but it is definitely mentally like for me, not for her, for me that I think it is a bit of an avoidant attachment.
Do you think it's
style.
like a
Yeah.
creative person thing? to
I
have
I think
it
it's
be far
person
away?
by person. I think she has a really wonderful, secure, beautiful relationship, and they'll live in the same city. And I'll let you tell your own story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the point, the goal is for him to come to LA.
You have to have that goal.
You
Yeah.
have
You can't just be
we-
floating in
yeah, and
outer
I think
space.
you know we talked about that. We did a whole episode on long distance relationships, and like at a year, which we've been having these conversations, but at a year you can be like, hey, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But you're not moving to him.
No.
no.
But you've been clear about that since day one. I think that's
Yes.
also really important to like
Yeah.
not give somebody false hope of like, we'll figure it out. We figure
No,
it
like,
out.
First
you know?
date, I asked. He was born in India, but he's raised in Boston since he was a kid. Like he's lived there his whole life. His family's there. His friends are there. And I was like, I would absolutely understand if this guy is never going to want to leave Boston.
Yeah.
Family.
And like I asked him that our very first date in New York, actually. We hooked up in Boston, then we met up in New York. And I was just like, didn't ask him in terms of like, where is this going? But just for my own knowledge, like, is he a person that would be open to a move? Because I'm probably not going to live in Boston. And so I asked him and he was like, yeah, I would totally be open. I'd love to,
Yeah.
live somewhere else. And I was like, clocked it, because
Yeah.
I'm at a point in my life where these conversations, we have them quick. I don't want kids.
Yeah.
I made sure that early on with him too. And, I think he knew that if he's listened to the show, but that's big for me. And I think like kids, marriage, and where you want to live are 3 really important
Yeah.
conversations to have early
Yeah.
enough.
I like scare girls away when I have those
Yeah,
conversations.
he does it really fast though.
What do you mean?
Or she just
He's
said
like
she
21.
does it-
He's like, you want to get married?
She just you want kids?
You want
She
kids?
just said that she did a date 1 because like I'll like be talking to somebody and then they'll be like, oh well, I'm gonna be like living in like Europe for a year next year, and I'll be like, well, I don't think this is gonna like work out.
Right.
And then they're like, why are you saying that? Like, you never know, like things. I'm like, I don't know, like this is what you just said,
I think
I
that's
think
being realistic.
That's realistic.
Yeah.
That's being an adult. I think there's exceptions to every
Yeah.
rule. Of course, you can meet people, they change your mind. I dated somebody long distance. He lived in LA and I lived in New York. And I was like, you have to move here. I'll never live in LA. And look at me now.
Yeah,
Right.
He moved to New York. We broke up. I moved to LA.
right.
But I think that like you should be realistic and rational. Like I also don't necessarily want children. I'm like 90% sure I do not want children. And I bring it up quick, immediate first date if I can.
Yeah,
I don't want somebody to like be like, I really like her.
caught off guard. Yeah,
And I don't want
Yeah.
somebody to be like, maybe she'll change her mind. You should date me as though I will never change my
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
You know? So I think it's important. And I don't think it's weird when people bring it up. Where do you want to live? Marriage is less important to me about bringing it up on a first date. But kids, you got to bring it up
right.
So do you guys want to get married?
to each other.
Yeah. We are in like a life
Throuple.
partnership.
Yeah. She was
Yeah.
like, listen, Rayna's never going to move to Boston and neither am I.
Like a little bit of a throuple. I mean, so I thought that I didn't. I just thought it was off brand, and I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to be a
Off-brand.
wife. Like I'm, make my own money. I'm not changing my name. Whatever. And he just we talked early on when the kids conversation kind of transitioned into the marriage conversation. It's just like very important to him. His parents are still married. I mean, so are mine. But you know, it's just something that he really wants to do. And I was like, yeah, I would get married if it was. It's not. I'm not so anti. I just was like, I don't think I need this in my life. And you know, I don't know. There's just some, not to be all like feminist about it. There's just some things I don't like about the whole culture in general. But I was like, I would, if it's important to my partner, and I can't just draw these lines in the sand, you know, like no marriage, no kids, no moving. Like,
Like, you move here, we're never getting married.
And now, like we talked about it, and I'm like, I could. This would be fun.
It's also when you meet the person, you're like, okay,
100%.
You know what I mean? It's different.
Throw a big party. I love a party.
Throw a huge
Get a
party.
good divorce party.
Hell yeah. No, I don't mind that thought of being married. I'm no sweat off my back.
I don't really see like the huge purpose for it without kids.
I agree. Like, I mean, I do think it
With
is.
kids, I see it.
I'm exactly with you.
It's a different level of commitment. I mean, to say this is my wife versus my girlfriend, I guess. But like, there's also this middle ground of this is my life partner. And like, why does that piece of paper have to mean? People are like, well, they can't leave that easily. They could leave. Anybody can leave you.
Yeah,
anytime,
you don't want to keep
always.
someone.
It's just going to cost a little more to leave.
I like the whole I think a 10-year lease is smart. You know, I think
lease?
you just really sign up. I've heard someone saying this. I've always said that, and I heard someone put it on a podcast recently into, I don't even remember who it was, of just like, let's talk again in 10 years or even 5. You know, like let's sign up for.
Well, like there should be like checkpoints to the marriage, kind of.
Not a literal 10-year lease, but you mean
I
like
thought she meant like a 30-year fixed mortgage.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking. I was like, oh, you get a house.
You should be able to refinance.
Yes, refinance the relationship.
No, like 10 years, like, are we still want to do this?
Yeah.
Or should we just go our separate?
No, for sure.
Can I ask you how early on you guys had sex, just for my own?
Yeah. So I love that. No one's ever asked me straight up.
So hard.
So that first night in Boston, which was like May 20th of last year, granted, I knew him 2 years. Like,
Okay.
It wasn't like a brand new guy.
It was, and it was like someone I immediately felt connected to, and also no judgment. But I just want to set the tone that like we knew each other, we'd been messaging, and he came to the show, we spent the night together, and just it was one of those things that like made sense in the moment. Like, we talk a lot about when you sleep with people, and there's no rules or whatever. But I'm not usually one that I would like. At this point in my life, prior to him, I've slept with like a stranger from an app on the first date. It's just not what I maybe 5-10 years ago, but this was someone I felt comfortable with immediately. And it just like, I think we went into that hotel room like knowing it's
I also don't think
happen.
you went in with expectations of like, I'm trying to make this guy my boyfriend, or I'm not trying to make this guy my boyfriend. I think you were just like, let's get it popping if I'm enjoying this, you know?
You know, like we've talked.
She was like, I'm going to suck your dick later.
Yeah.
I sent that from the stage.
Yeah,
I'm performing. I'm like, wait for me in the green room. You also just like, you know, someone's into you. Like we talked about this we had Tanks on recently, and she talks about the box theory and men whether you agree with it or not, like men decide if they want to date you, want to sleep with you, or want nothing to do with you.
Did you bring that up?
I did.
Yeah, if you want
and
to be
I
friends,
knew
like,
I was
instantly.
in the date box.
Yeah.
And it's vice versa.
Could you just explain that just real quick? Like,
her theory is like 3 boxes.
It's her theory?
She came up with it
I
allegedly.
think she did.
I mean,
I guess the term box theory and that men put
Box
you in
theory.
different boxes.
Yeah.
That's her theory.
I don't want to misspeak, but I thought she's the person everybody associates it with.
Sure.
Might have also created. I don't want to misspeak. So just like 3 things, 3 boxes, want nothing to do with you. Pretty obvious.
Yeah.
You know, someone's just I hate you. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Just wants to sleep with you, just views you as sex, or wants to date you. And she says, and I'm quoting her, that like if you're in that sex box, there's nothing you can do to get out of it. You can't just be all wholesome and, you know, wifey material. It's not going to change. And then the other way, like if they want to date you, there's really nothing you can do. You could fuck them the first night. You could throw up on them. Like there's nothing you can do to turn them off because they've like decided.
Yeah.
That's a little extreme.
And
Right.
It is
my
hard.
booty call into a relationship.
Yeah, can they start taking me seriously? Like you want to jump boxes, and like the best advice that we have for people is you just got to live your life. Like you can't game the system necessarily.
Yeah.
Like a person could wake up and realize they're in love with you, but you almost have to like date and make them jealous. And if they're truly not jealous, then no, you're never jumping boxes.
I'm having like a kind of weird, I'll get you guys' opinion on it, but like I'm in a weird place where, so in the past, like I would just hook up with a girl. We talked about this. They asked me about my body count. So I would just hook up with a girl willy-nilly, never ask a fucking question. We would just get drunk and we would just smash.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that was whatever.
Yeah.
That was just like the norm, like for both of us.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I guess I'm a little bit more intentional. I'm talking about relationships and stuff like that. And like, I almost like feel bad to have sex with her and like be another body for her when like it might not end in a relationship. So like I'm kind of like
You grow a conscience, is what you're saying.
yeah, but before it wasn't a problem. But now I have this weird guilty feeling of like doing it. Like there was a girl, like maybe if I give this example, like there was a girl that I was talking to, and we had like a great bunch of like first dates, right? But it never got sexual because like I was like being respectful of like what I was backing up what I was saying. Like I'm not just trying to fuck you. And then I was just like, there was no physical spark that happened. So I was like, yeah, I think that we should just end this. And she's like, how come you never fucked me? And
Is this date 3, by the way? Like date 3,
this was date
you're
like
there's
5.
but no side, like you didn't make out, nothing.
We made out.
But like, did any part of you want to take her home?
Yeah,
and
why'd
sleep
you
with
keep
her?
going out with her? I'm just curious. I don't say that.
Well, I kept going out to
You like
because
your
I thought she was
personality?
like a really good, like viable person to date, like to have a
But you
future
just-
with.
You thought on paper this makes a lot of sense.
On paper, and like I was developing like the physical chemistry and stuff, but like I just never was like doing, you know, like the whole like let's just get drunk and like have sex and be ratchet thing.
Yeah.
And then when I did that, she was like, "How come you never tried to fuck me?" And then like she's like, I mean, she maybe should. I think that she should have maybe initiated the initiation a little bit. Like maybe she should have opened that door a little bit more for
Okay.
me.
You just weren't feeling the vibe. From
Yeah,
her.
like there was
Not
no.
inspired.
Yeah.
So, but also like I just never tried because, and now like I just go into like every situationship like that where I'm just like, I'm afraid to ask about sex and stuff because I don't want to just be like, seem like I'm just trying to get laid, and I don't want to be just like another body count for her that ends up like disappointing her or something.
I feel like when I was younger, I just was much more likely to like get drunk and fuck people. And as I've gotten older, number one, you just have more experiences. So you don't need to do that as much. The stakes are a little higher. Like, yeah, the probability at 36, you meet a woman and you sleep with her and she thinks you're smart and cool and funny, like will want to date you. And you're like, I have to like have these conversations now. I have to tell somebody I'm not interested. Like
Yes.
the stakes are higher and you're hurting people's feelings.
Yes.
It's good to develop a conscience about it as you get older.
Yeah, but then how do you navigate it?
But also,
though?
it's so funny because I can feel her being like, Vinny didn't want to fuck me. You know, like she's
Yeah.
probably like feeling so insecure
Yeah.
and
It's like he's a
undesirable.
slut. He didn't want to fuck me.
Right.
No, like I'm sure, like
but
I can.
I'm rebranding.
Yeah, you should.
She
have said
doesn't know that
I'm
yet. It'd be
rebranding.
like I'm red pilled.
Did you say like there's no spark? And she was like, but you never tried to fuck me. Like, what was
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She was like, why didn't you try? And then by the way, we end up doing it.
What a plot twist.
And it was
And then it wasn't.
See, you knew.
great.
You always knew.
Ew.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like, so what was I supposed to say? No, we're not going to.
Okay, but let me ask you a question. You just slept
I mean, it
together
wasn't.
once?
It wasn't. What?
But once? You only slept together once?
Couple times.
Okay, because I do think that like the first 1 to 3 times with somebody, it's listen, everybody's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
body
No,
is a
no,
new
no.
amusement
Right,
park,
right,
and you're
right.
trying to figure out like if it's a little weird like the first couple times, I'm fine with it because like I make people nervous, they can't keep it up. I'm so hot, you know. They're just
yeah.
like, oh my god, I want to impress her. She owns a sex toy company. But you know, I think that like in the beginning, it is weird. Like the first time I fuck somebody, if they don't like make me have the biggest orgasm in my life, I'm not like this guy sucks.
Yeah.
No, I never orgasm, and I'm still like, damn, he's so cool.
Wait, why'd you ask me when I slept with my wife? Like, you said you asked for personal reasons.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing a couple guys right now. One I did have sex with, and he's been great. Like still like on my dick, which I was like, okay, cool, because that's always my fear. Another one I haven't had sex with, but he's treating me like a princess. So I'm like, so I'm
Like
just
that?
wondering,
Is
how
that
he's
the one you made the video about?
yes.
Oh yes, you said to bring up the video. Okay, tell it.
Well, to an extent. First of all, we
It was
need
like a
to-
joke. It's a
we need
joke.
to set the tone that,
Yeah.
like we were just saying off air, is like when anything, it's a comedy bit.
Yeah.
And when it's in a comedy club, it's funny.
Yes.
And then out of any other context, it's
Totally.
like not really that funny.
Yeah.
And you can't take it literally.
Yeah.
But
What,
like
it's
you,
like-
but you
okay.
would see it on stage every single night
Yeah.
from a girl and just not even flinch. You know what I
for
mean?
sure.
Do you even know what it is or no?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, I know you're
Give her
saying
the
it.
cliff notes.
It was basically I made a video about how
You did like you posted a reel
yeah,
from a
it was
stand-up
like a
set.
reel. No, it was just like
No,
a real
not
me.
stand up.
That's why. Okay,
People
so
thought it was. Yeah.
people
She does it a lot.
reposted this video video without giving
Diabolical.
me any credits. So they didn't know that I was a comedian.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it was just like I was saying something crazy.
So a person was filming you without your knowledge.
No. So I filmed myself, right? And it was basically a video about how this guy asked me to go back to his place, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna have sex with you, but I'll go. And then he cuddles me all night, and then I was like, in my head, I was like, damn, is he gay? He hasn't tried it all. Like, and I was like, I just wanted him to like fondle me a little bit, and then me be like, no, and that's it, just for my own validation. Anyway, it was obviously like satirical and like a joke.
Okay.
But then it was posted on other accounts without my name attached, so people were like, she's fucking, wants to get.
This what's wrong with society?
Yeah, this is what's wrong with society.
Fine.
Women
no
are
means yes. Blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
Which again, out of the context, if you really want to get that deep, yeah. But on a stage, if someone said like, "Yo, I told him not to have sex with me," then he didn't even try. Is he motherfucking gay? Like, that's like a comedy.
Right.
Thing.
Yeah.
So that was kind of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Yeah, it was a joke.
But we were talking about, but yeah, it's kind of the same thing that we're talking about of like, cause I'm in the guy's position where it's like, I want to try and I want to see if we have a sexual chemistry or whatever, but I also don't want to just fuck you then leave you.
Yeah.
I'm proud that you're at least like fighting against your own instincts, which is like, you're like, okay, I want to be, I mean, listen, I'm not in a romantic relationship with you. I don't know what you're really like. But like, if you're just like, I want to be intentional, I want to date somebody, you're like, okay, my instinct is to fuck everything immediately, date one. And you have fought against your own instincts. And I think that's good.
It's actually not. It's actually like, I have to like someone to get to that point.
Okay.
So, but it's definitely not like day one, but it has to happen at some point.
Yeah, 5 dates
know what
in,
I mean?
if I haven't slept with
5
somebody.
dates in.
It's 3 dates in. If I don't really want to fuck you, it's I don't know if
But I'm almost like, was it better
build
just
into
back
it.
then when I just didn't care? I didn't even have a conscience. I was just like, yo, let's fuck.
I know.
Like,
I feel like you're having trouble meeting in the middle.
Yeah.
You're like,
because like my ex that I had a really serious relationship with, like we just did it the first night and I ended up dating her. You know what I mean? I didn't have this like conversation like, look, we need to sit down. I need to like try your vagina and, you need to try my dick and we'll see if this happens. If it doesn't, I really apologize and I hope we can go our separate ways. Like that's kind of like what.
yeah, it should
Yeah.
just
Going
happen
through my head.
naturally.
I
mean,
know.
you like,
Are you putting the pussy on the pedestal a little too much? Because you're like,
Yeah, I'm putting the pussy on a pedestal
Like,
now for sure.
I like what Ashley said. You've like kind of meet in the middle a little bit because you've gone like the pendulum swung so far in the other direction.
Well, these are girls that also aren't like being so direct with it. Like if it's a girl that's like, I want to suck your dick tonight, I'm gonna be like, no, how dare you? But if it's like, these are girls that like, I'm like, do I marry this girl?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
And
mean?
you've
Like,
never done that before, so you don't know how to navigate that. You're figuring it out.
Yeah, exactly. And
do
then
we
like,
fuck early?
but I'm usually right. My gut instinct is usually right. Like I usually.
I
if
always want to have sex, but I'll wait. I wait for the guy's purpose. You know what I mean? Because I'll have
Wait
sex
for the guy's
with you-
what?
Like I'll wait because of like how men are. Like you know what I mean? Like the 2 guys I'm seeing. Like I would have had sex with them the first night. Like I know immediately I'm attracted.
But you know
to them.
that he's gonna bounce probably.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
waited,
saying.
and now they're still like buying me dinner and doing all these cute things for me.
it's crazy when you wait.
But as soon as
When you wait, you have like power,
Right.
And I
And
have fucked,
yeah.
and they're
and
still
you still get a
doing
little
it.
power.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
They still want to hang out with you after they.
yeah. It's still going on.
I
dates.
think, I mean, everybody's so different with that stuff, but I think a lot of it is also just like how you act afterwards. Like,
Yeah.
I think like if you have sex with somebody the very first night and you're still just like chill about it, you're not like, wait, so what are we? You know, like
Yeah.
I think so much of it is like the energy after that. Cause I don't know. That's all.
But if you
No,
have
you're-
to, but if it wasn't that great, and now you have to just cut it off, that's crazy.
But I don't
Yeah.
encourage you to cut. You should try it. Okay,
Yeah.
so my
Oh, no,
last.
okay.
After 3 times.
Okay, after 3 times. My
Yeah.
last boyfriend though, like I was so excited and like it was just so much
Oh, yeah,
like
the
building
first sex
towards this.
sucks.
And the first time we had sex, like
Thank
he
you.
couldn't keep it up, and like
Oh, what does that
it was,
mean?
And we were both like, it was like a movie. Like we laid in bed with like the covers, just like staring at the ceiling. Like I don't know what to say to you. But then like we fucked 4 times that night after that. You just gotta like. Get
Sometimes
past
no,
that.
a guy gets nervous if it's a girl he really likes.
I mean,
what
the
is
not
that-
getting enough-
is that not offensive? Because so I was a lesbian. Now I'm with men, so I'm newer to men, like 2 years in. So
Okay.
I'm like experiencing that happened to me the other
so
night.
much ED out there, and like
Yeah.
we've had
Tons.
doctors on we've interviewed doctors from like just average dudes
Yeah.
that have ED, and like there's a lot more today. I think a lot of the like I hate to say the younger generation. I think there's some more anxiety and
Yeah.
just nerves in general, and it's
The
really,
antidepressants,
Yeah.
the side effects.
there's well that is one. I mean, there's just a
Yeah.
lot in the mix, and it's just so much more prevalent. And our guy friend that has struggles with it a lot, he's just like, it's a lot of like the
Not to call this guy out.
No, he was like,
We
came
have a lot
on
of
our
guy
show.
friends.
He's a girlfriend now. He's great.
Yeah.
This guy, the friend that I know that can't
You
get his
probably
dick
know.
hard.
He came on the show and talked about it. But he was like the hotter the girl, the more it's a problem.
Okay, good. That makes
And then I
Sex
was
is
like, wait,
all
I'm not
mental.
hot.
I know. I'm like, you can't even. You're not turned on anymore. You're in my vagina, and you lose.
No, it's actually not that at all. It's probably because they're intimidated by you.
But you're too hot.
Also, like, I think that every person on earth has a megaphone to the internet tonight. You know, like they can,
Yeah.
you suck, and they can hop on Instagram and be like, I just fucked this guy. And
They
you
make a
suck.
TikTok.
Tag.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just
Fucking you.
me. I would
No, I'm saying fucking you, and then you're gonna be on her podcast the next day.
I think
and
people
shit.
are a little afraid of me. They are. Like, I do think that like men are like,
Yeah.
she can talk
Bro,
about
I
me
used-
anytime she wants, and she has this sex toy company. I think people are a little afraid of me.
We used to have sex on Jersey Shore in front of a live audience.
That
you know, in
is
front of
crazy,
millions of people. I had to fucking perform. She had to perform. It was fucking rough.
Wait, did you have cameras in the rooms? Or
Good
did
thing
you
we were
have
drunk.
cameramen in the room?
They
having
leave.
sex?
They leave
Had,
once.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
They're there to start it, and then they left when it was time.
Dick goes in vagina.
No, like just like lights out. That would mean
Okay.
get out of here.
Okay, we
Then-
watch Summer House, and the cameras are
Cameras are in the
on
room.
when
They're like mounted in the room.
It's crazy.
No,
when
no,
they're
no.
there.
I'm saying there's still cameras mounted in the room.
Yeah.
But the physical man
Leaves.
He goes and takes lunch.
Doesn't cook.
He takes his like
And then they
he
edit
doesn't
it
cook.
later.
What is
Or
that?
do they edit it, or is
you
it
don't
all
see the
live?
cameraman.
No, I mean like Jersey Shore wasn't live. Was it live?
No. I meant live in front of.
Oh,
there
got
was
it,
an
got it.
audience, but like then it's gonna go into the world of
And then later on, they
everything.
edit your sex into the. That's kind of funny.
That's a good point. I was wondering if people like stayed in the rooms. Or that.
Nah,
That
they
would
don't
be
stay in the room.
great.
But no, like when definitely
kinda
it's hard to
into
get it up when there's someone that you really like and you have the pressure of performing well.
Yeah.
That's an anxiety thing. It's very paradoxical. Like people don't understand that. It's like sleep. The more you try to do it,
Totally. Then you're in your head.
it's an independent system. You can't be like get hard right now because then otherwise it's not going to happen.
yeah.
And also, once it happens, you're just the next time you're like, oh my god, is this going to happen again?
Yeah.
You know, so for you to say like, it's almost like a compliment.
But-
People are like nervous about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
But
me feel
yeah,
better.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I use. That's what I tell them. Like, oh my god, you're so hot.
Too hot.
I can't.
Yeah.
No, and I'm over here like no one's ever been soft around me. It's like because you're not hot. No one's
Yeah,
intimidated.
but when I get but that's the thing though. Like
No, I'm just kidding.
my
Ew, you got it up. This is so embarrassing.
Oh, fucking lose that shit.
You guys, could you believe it? He was so rock
Yeah.
hard. It must be so ugly.
You're like, I got lip filler. You better fucking lose that shit.
yeah.
Why are you not intimidated? But I mean, listen, I'm not trying to get too graphic, but like, as women, like us getting hard is getting wet.
Wet.
And I am
Same
a pretty
thing.
juicy person. And especially once I got the pill, like I was just wet all the time. But sometimes I can't get there and I'm like
Yeah.
upset.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
I'm like, my body's not working. Like it's very rare, but it's like I've had a really stressful day. Like I'm tired or, I've traveled all the way across the country and I get in my head
Mm-hmm.
as a woman of like,
Yeah.
my body's not working the way it usually does. And like
Yeah.
it should for this like sexual
There's just
act.
no like visual component.
Exactly.
Totally.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. But it's a we both know. We
Yeah.
know what it normally, and I mean again, it's like few and far between, but like we both know what it feels like normally.
Yeah.
And we both and he would never say anything, but I am like, oh, this is a bummer.
Yeah.
And it's not the same as like an erection, but it's the
Right.
same thing.
But that's
Yeah.
why like I'm really into my physical taste because my dick in that moment, like my dick and my brain kind of like code switches and it goes into like it doesn't matter how you're feeling right now, like that independent animalistic side of me will get hard
Yeah.
because I saw some like big natural titties or something, if that's like my thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why
Yeah.
I like having that because you could be with the most beautiful girl and stuff and like she's not necessarily your like sexual taste and then it could be hard to get your dick hard.
Well, I'm always turned on my partner, to be
Yeah.
clear. I just am like sometimes just a lot going on.
No, I
Oh,
think
yeah,
you're
we're talking about you.
I think he's talking about me.
No.
Actually, he's like,
Yeah.
you are so white. The thought of you naked is.
But you got those big
disgusting.
natural
Yeah,
titties.
I do
No,
have
no,
big
no.
natural titties.
Oh, love that.
I
know, I
do want to be
keep
clear
staring.
because
Thank you.
earlier I think Rayna made a quick mention of a boob job, but she meant reduction. So I just wanted to be clear that these are
These
natural.
used to be bigger,
Just so you
actually.
know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. What are they now?
They're really big right now.
Like
So
you
I think
missed
they
out.
I would have fucking
regenerated.
been so. No, I'm kidding.
I think they regenerated because I mean they were way bigger than this somehow. They were like down to here. They were huge.
But
The two reduction.
Wait, but this is a good. So sometimes girls do this. They go like, "I'm so beautiful," or "That girl's so beautiful." Like, how come you don't want to have sex with me or her, but you'll have sex with the stripper?
People
or
say that to you.
I've heard that. I've also said this about myself.
Yeah, no. If you,
This is your
Wait,
self-talk.
no. I've heard this.
This is your self-talk.
yeah.
Vinny.
Vinny's like, I've heard
He's
this in my
literally
head.
making a
I've heard
character.
someone talk about this.
This has never been a conversation he's ever had.
I've heard no.
What? No girls ever. No, this is him. He'll literally.
No, my friend told me. My friend was like, "Oh, how come I can't have sex with that beautiful girl, but I can fuck the stripper all night?" And I was like, "Bro, like, dude."
friend.
I'm like, "Let me tell you why. Because you got this biological instinct inside of you to fuck the stripper with the big ass.
my
But the
God.
other one you find beautiful. So like,
doesn't
your-
wanna be
your
with beautiful.
prefrontal cortex doesn't make the distinction.
Okay, I'm too beautiful.
Anyway, he's an idiot.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
if you're beautiful,
My friend.
Vinny will like maybe date you, but he won't want to fuck.
Okay, so tell us why. What do you answer back to yourself when you ask yourself
Yeah.
that?
This is not about
Mentally, what are you
All right,
saying
guys,
to
you
you
know
when
what?
your friend brings
Guys.
this up?
Yeah, when your friend asks you.
Guys, I'm gonna come clean.
This is
guys,
I'm
guys,
There's no
scared.
friend.
guys, it's me.
This is like when my mom would find alcohol at the house when I was growing up, and I'd be like, "A friend brought it over. I totally didn't bring this here." I confiscated it from my friend because I wanted her to have a better life.
What?
Not me being the podcast guy.
yeah.
Bringing up conversation.
Yeah. Like therapy right now. You're like, yeah, the girls are always like, why won't you hook up with me? But you'll hook up with this ugly stripper. That if I showed you pictures, oh my God, you got it. This is
Of
actually
my friend? Yo, I know.
of his
No.
friend's taste.
No, my friend likes the
see the
ugly.
girls
My
his
friend
friend
likes the
loves?
ugliest strippers.
His friend, oh my God.
They have BBLs.
Vinny, can I see the photo folder in your phone?
No.
Okay, well, what do you, again, when you're talking to your friend, how do you answer that? But how do you answer?
How do you give your friend advice? What advice would you give your friend?
When you're talking to your friend?
Nah. I told my friend, I was like, yo, just date girls with big asses.
Yeah,
Like
but then
big
you don't.
junk on the trunk. It's not about me. What are you
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about? I'm like, you have to have big asses because that's what turns you on,
Mm-hmm.
no matter what.
About
You know what I mean?
strippers.
Even if you're nervous, even if you're wearing
Even
a
if her
condom,
face is ugly.
even if you have to wear a condom because he doesn't like.
Vinny is so committed to this bit about his fake friend.
like the
No, he hates condoms.
This is the most honest
He
Vinny's
hates-
ever been on the
he
pod.
hates condoms.
I know. His friend really hates condoms.
What is his name?
Vincent.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh man. Finny.
Okay.
Good Lord.
I gotta stop talking. Is there a point to what I'm saying though?
Yeah, we lost the plot.
We're trying to therapize your friend. Figure out what's going on.
I think I just
Let's-
meant
should
like
we call
just
him?
stick with your like physical type and like
Yeah.
stop trying to like recreate the wheel. Otherwise, it's not.
Why
gonna,
are you even trying to recreate the wheel? Because you're like, just have a
because you
pretty
meet
face.
People on apps and
The thing is,
my friend meets people.
Vinny's type is actually very unattractive, and he's just scared to admit he's scared to admit this.
She just have a fat ass though.
And
Ugly with a fat ass and a big naturals.
And the tits have to be
Yes, exactly.
the tits have to be like hitting her pelvis, big,
all right.
so big.
wow, okay.
I'm dying.
So faces
Anyway.
don't matter.
Faces don't matter.
Did you know what's funny about Vinny is on our show, he was talking about pulling out, and I was like, you come on her tits, and he goes, well, then I'd have to flip her over. And I realized he only has
Does
sex
doggy.
doggy style.
Doggy style.
He actually
She's-
doesn't care what their face looks
Well,
like.
she's too ugly to look at her face.
Yeah, no,
He's
literally.
only fucking for the
God.
bite.
No, you guys have it wrong. It's not that. It's just that
My friend would never.
my friend would never. You might see me with an uglier girl because she has these assets that turn me on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you might be a little bit boggled as to how come the sex is so much better with her than like the beautiful 10 model girl.
Okay,
But
so I see
the
what you're
reason
saying.
Yeah.
is because the assets are turning me on more.
I don't think somebody with a
But I
perfect
don't
face,
want an ugly girl.
I know what you mean, but I don't think a perfect face computes
women are
into good
beautiful.
sex. Like I think
All
that,
women are
like,
beautiful.
except for the ones you date.
Except it's
Except
crazy.
for my friend's type.
If he's into a girl like sexually, like if he's fucking and he's losing this dick erection and it's coming back, that means she's ugly, which is crazy.
No, but she's not just going to be, she's going to have a, what's her body going to look like?
It's gonna be like the whole couch.
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point.
I actually love this conversation. Just that people of different types. You know,
Yeah.
just that
Yeah.
Giselle's
Please
look
normalize
may not
this
be
for
your,
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would
type.
never want Giselle.
Yeah.
Okay, Vinny, I have something that's gonna keep you hard.
What?
It's my body. No.
I was gonna say, I'm like, where?
We brought you a gift.
Oh, okay. Is this the sex toys?
It's a sex
okay,
toy.
We're
We
gonna
brought
talk
you a
about this.
gift.
How much
Okay.
longer? When did we start, T? Because I know it's.
You want a sex toy?
Okay, so we could do like 10 more minutes.
Oh my god, a sex toy for a guy that's hot.
Well, they have a sex toy line.
Oh my god.
Oh man, that was the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah, that was.
Vinny, you're so funny.
No, but you're getting what I'm saying.
I know
though.
exactly
I
what
don't
you're
want them to be ugly, but
They just have to be.
Okay.
No.
So
I
if
know
they
what
are
you mean.
ugly, we have a way to keep your dick hard. So Ashley and
I would
I.
say, well, okay, yeah. Now I'm all convoluted.
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
So
you
we
give
got
it to
a
your friend.
We got a
If
Richard.
she's so
give it to your
if she's
friend.
so ugly that you feel nervous,
Yeah.
then
no, she's so pretty that I can't get my dick hard.
Or your friend can't get his dick hard.
yes, or my friend.
Ashley and I own a line of
friend
premium sex
Vinny.
toys. So
Okay,
it's called
nice.
Vibes Only. So we brought you a cock ring.
yeah,
Oh,
this
so-
is our top seller. It's sold
my
out in a
God.
day. We cannot keep it in stock. It's called the Richard for obvious reasons.
So Vibes Only is your guys' sex toy line.
Yes.
Okay.
And we brought you lube as well to get that cock ring on to keep it juicy.
I feel
like
like we should
Ashley.
give her the lube.
Yeah. I was going to send you
Because we didn't.
something.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I know. We're.
Okay.
Are
Are you into lube?
I'm
Well-
into lube.
Okay.
Well, we'll also send you stuff.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so what does this contraption do?
Okay.
Put it
Is
on
it a
right
Bluetooth?
It's Bluetooth connected, so
Okay.
you can control it in the app, and you can do it long distance.
Why
so
is
you
it
could have
so
your girl in
big?
LA
Take your
controlling
dick out. I'll show you.
Yeah, just if you take
Okay,
your dick
we'll
out,
do
we'll
that.
stretch
He
it.
said, "Why is it so big?"
So let me.
I wouldn't be able to get it hard. You guys is too pretty and white.
So yeah, can you imagine? Okay. So you're gonna vibrate it, but this is gonna go in your dick, and this is gonna hit the clit.
oh my god.
Oh, you wear it while you're having
Yeah, so it's
sex.
for both
Okay, okay.
parties. You know
Oh,
what I'm
because I know
saying?
that like they have. Is this like a remote kind of thing? Like she can control the.
Yeah, I mean, you want. It's
all
a
of our-
couple's toy.
All of our toys are remote controlled, but this you can use it with or without. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But it is a couple's toy in that you're going to have it on and it's going to vibrate on her clit. So it's like
Oh,
it's
wow.
mind blowing. Like that email we just got. These people are losing their minds. They're like, I've never experienced anything like this. And then this tickles the balls a little bit. So you have like full body
it?
stimulation.
You should
Sienna,
use
would
it.
you be into this?
Yeah, of course.
So wait, so the dick goes in
The hole.
this way?
I'll show you.
You guys give a demonstration
Yes.
for the lesbian.
On the mic.
Okay, so this is where your penis goes, and then your balls go here.
Oh,
and
so
then
this
the
is like
clit here.
tickling the balls and
Yeah,
shit
Yeah.
like
this
that.
is like the ball sack, and the penis goes here.
Gotcha.
Those are
And this vibrates on her clit.
Yes.
So you'll turn it on. So it's a couple's toy.
Yeah. Got you.
Yes.
Does every girl like her clitoris
Yes.
I'd say everybody's different.
while you're
but yes.
having sex, I'm saying?
Yeah, I only come
vibrate
like,
it?
you know, like, because only some girls rub it while you're fucking.
But the whole like I mean,
And
so
some
for
girls
me
don't.
when I'm if I or when I have an orgasm on whatever position, it's because of like clitoral stimulation. Like
But are
the
you
penetration
doing
is
it?
nice.
But the question is,
No,
are
I'm
you-
saying it's like hitting a certain spot. Like I feel like I like to be on top because yes, the penetration feels great. I like love my boyfriend's dick, everything's great. But like I'm getting hit on that area.
Yeah.
That's what.
But how
makes
come
me
only
come.
some of them actually go down with their fingers and start DJing?
I
They
like
just
to
need
do
more?
it. Sometimes
Oh.
I like to put on a show.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like also like
Some guys don't like that though.
Yeah,
Because it feels like it's like, what, I'm
You're
not
left out.
enough?
Oh, I think some guys think it's like so dirty and hot, but I don't need it to get there unless doggy and they're not.
Can you
like,
come from
penetration? Yeah, every time. I'm.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
I love it, but it is a little
Sienna
mental
has
for
to
me.
hump their leg
I have to
after.
hump the leg.
I have to what?
I have to hump a leg.
Like-
She's
grind
still,
on
she's being converted.
I'm trying. I want to come from penetration.
But that's so rare.
That's rare.
It's like
Really?
10%. Of
Yeah.
just penetration. Like let's just say because it gets there's a lot going on, but like when you were that's why I like being on top because you're getting the
Yeah.
clitoral stimulation.
Yeah.
But just like dick and vagina, I mean, to me,
not enough.
if I do come from that sometimes, but it's like I've been so turned on up until that point. There's a lot of other factors.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty typical.
You guys come on your
Women-
back? I can't come. I have to be on like. I have to
It's
hump.
like
Oh, really?
less than
Yeah.
50% of the time in missionary. I like it on top.
By the
Yeah.
way, as the man, like that's another, like my friend was telling me, that's like another like valuable like asset. Like if it's not just like you like big titties or you like ass or you like whatever the fuck you're into, I don't know, like certain blondes, whatever. Another like thing that is like hard, that you feel like is like hard to find is a girl that like comes a lot, like while you're having sex with her.
I think it's very.
So that would keep
physically
me.
rare.
My point is that would make my dick hard, and that's like all psychological.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like it's just it's just kind of rare.
Well, you turn somebody on. I think like what
Yeah.
35% of women come from penetrative sex alone, like it, and maybe less than that. A lot of women need a toy in the bedroom, or they need additional stimulation from their fingers. I mean, it's pretty rare that you're just like every time I come. On top, I'm a sure thing, but if I've had one drink, it's hard. If I'm not emotionally into the person at all, like it's hard for me to get there. You know?
Yeah. I come a lot, but
you're in love with the
not every
person,
time.
and he
I'm also
also
in a relationship. We
knows
know
what
what's
to
going
do.
on, and I think like
Full
again, I'm like
stage.
usually pretty wet, and I feel like that's a big turn on.
Do you guys have and you guys have other toys?
Oh yeah, we have a whole line of this is our first and
For
only
men?
right now male
Oh,
toy.
okay.
I mean, we have a butt plug, so
One might be in my bag, actually. Hold on, I might have another one in my purse.
Uh-oh.
But we have
Sienna wants a butt plug.
A butt plug. I love some butts.
Oh really?
I mean, I love everything. I'm trying to get a new vibrator like that. I used this one recently.
Wait, what are you into? Because we have everything.
I like when like the air on your
The clit sucker.
Yes.
We have one called the Debbie. We can't keep it in stock, but we have one called the Rayna. It's our top seller, and it's 2-sided, and it has like the standard vibrator wand on one end and the clit sucker on the other.
Yeah, I need a
and you
clit
can also
sucker.
bend it and
Fuck yourself.
you can
You don't
be
have it?
penetrative with it, but. We'll send her the Debbie because she likes the air pulse.
Oh my God,
clit
I
sucker.
would love that. Thank you so much.
It's mind blowing. You won't leave the house. Like,
Oh my God.
It's
I can't-
Do you have just like regular, like just like silicone ones, like that aren't electric?
so they're all like all of
'Cause,
our
like,
toys are like you can use them manually without the app.
Okay.
So I mean, they're just
But do they look like dicks? You have anyone's like veins in it?
You mean just a straight up dildo?
dildo. That
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
vibrate.
yeah.
No.
Okay, so these are like vibrator.
They all
like,
vibrate.
This is like
Yeah.
girls
But
like
people are
that
over
type
that.
of shit.
That's
Yeah. We have our rabbit that's a penetrative toy, and you can choose to turn it on or not turn
you
it
can
on.
use it as penetrative.
The sucker is great, and we really encourage people to like use it with a partner, bring it into the bedroom. It's just I think more and more people are doing that. The sucker might be a little hard to use in the bedroom.
Yeah.
I black out from it.
Oh my God.
The orgasm it's insane.
Oh my God. I can't wait.
I'm very excited.
And I wanted to tell you because especially for you, so we have a suck and blow gel, and so that is like it's vulva friendly too, so you can suck dick with it or eat pussy with it, and we have all these amazing flavors. So we just launched Juicy Peach, which is like so tasty. But over the holidays, we had like peppermint patty and sugar cookie, and our top seller of all time is vanilla frosting, I believe,
or
But-
sugar cookie. Yeah, this is the flavor.
So, but we just launched peach, and we have a new summer flavor coming out. But this is like it makes blowjobs like so great.
Yeah.
And, like, again, you can use
Tasty.
it vulva friendly.
makes your
tasty.
mouth salivate.
Yeah.
Makes
my
your
God.
breath
See-
nice.
Wow.
I would
Vinny.
well, I have like all female
Do you like blowjobs?
followers. So like this is good. Guys, go buy their stuff. Where can they get it?
Vibesonly.com.
Vibesonly.com. But I'm gonna talk.
You like blowjobs? She asked you
I'm
a
gonna
question.
talk about my
Does
friend.
your friend like
I was
blowjobs?
talking about my
Does
friends.
your friend like getting his dick sucked?
No, well, we had this whole thing like we're talking about like the tastes and stuff like that. Like,
Okay.
so like like
Oh, God.
like
taste of a
fabric
penis?
softener, like fabric softener,
Yeah.
like how they have like cotton fresh,
Yeah.
which is basically like it's not what am I trying to say here? It's trying to just enhance the scent of what's already there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like it's fresh cotton as like a separate scent, right? So I like to taste.
Watching your producer.
I like to taste
What's about to happen?
the
You like the
actual.
taste of fresh cotton.
No, I like to taste
the
like the
pussy.
actual pussy or even like the ass
Okay.
if I'm like eating ass.
If you're
So like I would be down with like I would be down with like an ass flavored
Oh, you
gel.
Like, oh,
you
yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So Vinny likes a little funk. That's
like-
really
likes
what he
nastiness.
Like if
Not
you haven't
poop,
showered for
not
like a
poop.
day,
no, I know you're saying
Not
like
poop,
I've
but
gone
like-
for a run.
a little octopussy.
Maybe not a run, but
Haven't
like you
showered
got
in
you
2 days?
you no, you haven't showered in like 5 hours or maybe 3 hours.
Okay.
But not
3 hours.
fresh out of the
3 hours?
shower.
You're so clean.
Can we go deeper on this? I've heard plenty of people say they like the taste of pussy,
Love
but
the taste of
not
pussy.
ass.
Yeah.
I love the taste of ass. Can you
It's
guys make an
earthy.
ass flavored?
Yeah.
Eat ass like
Well,
that.
you reminded
No,
me of it.
I'm not shaming.
You reminded me of it. I don't care. You
He's
reminded
like,
me.
Ashley,
you
I
can
looked at
shame
you
me.
and you reminded me of asshole flavor.
No, because you were talking about the different flavors.
Right, yeah.
And,
Doritos.
some people probably be like, oh, like I want like a cherry flavored dick right now or
like that
something
funk.
like that.
I know what you're saying.
Just like I want to
Earthy.
taste like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't put sauce on my steak.
Yeah, no, I see what you're
I don't
saying.
put A1.
Oh, that's a good
I
one.
don't put A1 when I go to Fort Charles. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you, my guy.
It has to be a good quality. If it's bad steak.
Bad quality dick. You got to put that stuff. Okay, so I will say.
I like that. I do love the sentiment. Yeah.
Ashley and I, listen, it is vulva friendly, our second
boyfriend
blowjob, but like we don't really encourage you to put it on a vagina. You could, but like
we just want it to
dicks-
be friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, dicks, like I feel like
I don't know
number
what a
one,
dick tastes like. So
Well, a lot of women don't like giving oral.
my friend does.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're
Stupidest podcast of all time.
What is the title going to be? Like Vinny's friend.
I don't know.
Vinny's friend.
Yeah.
Vinny's imaginary friend.
They won't
sex
get it.
addict friend.
Imaginary friend.
Vinny's friend is weird kinks.
Not the imaginary friend.
Butthole flavored lube.
His friend likes to eat stinky ass.
So funny. Vinny's
It's a Key and Peele sketch where like the podcast host
Yeah.
has to keep bringing shit up, but
yes.
doesn't want to make it about himself.
so funny.
Is that an actual sketch?
No, I'm saying
Oh,
this
that's
is,
such
this
a
is
funny
what it would
idea.
be. You know what I
That's
mean?
so funny. Yep.
That's how Vinny broaches like sexual conversations.
My
that
friend
day.
thinks
He's like,
women
"My
should have
friend
low body
really likes
counts.
this." What do you think about this?
All right, let's finish with what you were saying about just dick tasting.
Oh, I think a lot of people don't like sucking dick. I don't know if your friend does or not, but
Oh, he likes it.
If it tastes like a butthole.
Yeah.
this guy was going.
Ass flavored dick.
This guy was going down on me the other night, and he had his arms hooked under my thighs, and he was like inhaling my body.
I love
And I was
that.
like, "You are
Yeah.
really
Like
into
gulping.
this."
You said your butt or your pussy?
Body.
My pussy.
Oh, body. Okay.
Yeah, but he was just like
I love
just
it.
inhaling my body, and I was like, I have been walking around in this outfit for a lot of hours, but that's okay.
Guys don't. do
I
not
like that as a lesbian. I like a little funk. I like some
Yes.
pubes. I want to.
I like to get a little gross. I wanted to like make out with him right after, and he's like, "Are you
Yes.
sure?" And I was like, "I'm fucking sure."
Yeah, it kills the
Definitely
vibe a little bit if you're
That
like,
guy-
I have to go in the shower.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, like, because I like the back door. Me, not my friend.
Yeah.
I like my ass ate.
You
know,
do?
Oh, you do?
8. Yeah, not insertion.
You don't
Wait,
like low
you
pressure?
do by a girl?
Yeah, of course. You know that?
What's the secret?
I did not know you liked
What?
a girl.
What's the
licking your butt.
secret? I've never eaten an ass.
For
That's-
what-
I would never
what
stick
it feels
my
like or
face in
what
a man's butthole, but yeah. Like, what do you like? What do
What do
you
you do? What do you like them to do?
Yeah, what do you want them to do?
Oh, it doesn't
you-
take much, but like
You want to get jerked off while it's happening?
That's fun. But like just the feeling is really, it feels really good.
Okay.
Like just they don't have to do much.
Just
Like
near your
there's
balls.
no technique. I'm not like
There's
I'm not like say the alphabet like with your tongue or anything like that.
Are you like more of a taint, or you really like the hole?
A
likes it
little bit of both.
the
I
tongue.
don't like balls.
I completely ignore the balls. I
Yeah,
mean, you
ignore
might as
the
well
balls.
not have balls. I
Yeah.
focus on the taint sometimes, and I feel like people ignore that. Like when I suck dick.
What I was gonna
where's-
say about the funk thing,
Okay.
like going on the other side. Now that I'm the one getting eaten out, I do get a little I do get mad self-conscious, especially in that area, and I have to go take a shower, I have to
Yeah.
prepare and all that. But a vagina, and girls don't poop, so
How
they don't
hairy-
have to really prepare for
The
it.
vaginas are always ready for the eating, but
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, you like butts are there's.
I want to taste a little bit.
There's-
I want to taste like it tastes like I'm licking a penny. You know?
Yeah.
Ew.
Or
Oh, like
copper.
a vagina,
When they're on their
like a
period?
battery.
I don't know. I was just trying to be funny. But like, I want to taste like it tastes like something.
I
you
know what you're saying. Yeah, you want to taste the original version.
Do you ask for your ass to be eaten, or do they start and you're like,
I'd never ask. Like, it would have to. Like, they would have to just like. Some of them just like go in.
Okay.
I'm like, how'd you know I like that?
yeah,
I like,
I
are
mean,
you hairy butt?
another guy might really get
Yeah.
angry
like
at
your
you.
friend
Yeah.
told
My
me.
friend hates this.
Yeah, she's like my friend told. Well,
You have a hairy butt? Like, what's the hair situation?
well, from doing.
Your legs aren't that hairy.
No,
They're
that's
just,
the thing, like,
normal hairy.
I turn into like a girl when like when I'm expecting company, like you have to like take a shower, shave, like all that shit.
You shave your butt though?
Yeah, because like from
crack?
actually from doing Chippendales, like I used to do that shit all the time. I got it waxed once, the worst experience of my life.
Really?
Never
I
again.
love the wax down my butt. I get a laser.
I thought it was gonna be like 3.
like
The butthole does the crack doesn't hurt.
Yeah, not
Maybe
at all.
for someone
But
who's
she
never
did
had it before.
the whole like 14 times. I'm like,
Oh.
you got it. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like they're not
was
gonna.
like,
It's
I just
not
wanna be in
fucking- it's not
Vinny's
shot in
hole.
4K.
it should be quicker than that.
No, it was like I was getting like violated. I was like, "Ah."
It sounds like she had a kink.
She's like, you like it, so do I.
I think she had a kink.
I don't know. All right, guys, this has been very wild and fun.
this has been really fun.
Plug vibes only, sex toys, Girls Gotta Eat. Listen to it everywhere you get podcasts. I don't know if you want to plug your personal stuff.
We're just vibesonly.com. We have the best sex toys out there, and the lube and the suck and blow gel and all those things. The Girls Gotta Eat. Listen to that wherever. And then we are on tour. Our live shows are wild. We're trying to get you to come out to one.
Yes,
we start
we're gonna
touring
be
in the
stripping.
fall, all through the year, and you can get tickets at girlsgottaeat.com.
Yep. Come eat Vinny's ass.
Yes. We'll do that
Page.
after the show.
And then his friends.
His friends,
His
Yeah.
friends will be
have
there
his
too.
friend suck your dirty butt.
Shout out to my friend. See you guys later.
Bye.
Like, follow, subscribe.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, so funny. I know this brand. I didn't know it was yours.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we started it. Our 2-year anniversary is coming up.
I just loved watching.
What's up, guys? If you like the episode, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We are building this thing from the ground up, so we need your help, and hopefully we can make this really big one day. Love you.